Now, I mentioned an online and offline state, and when we're in an offline state, it's possible to do things in the working paper file that other people are doing. For example, creating a document of a specific number, adjusting entries of the same number, working in an external document like Word or Excel, changing files, and having somebody else change those files in their own copy. So what we want to do is consider reducing sync conflicts. And there are two sync conflict classifications: duplication and file change. So synchronization conflicts can occur in a collaborative environment. Resolving conflicts in a timely manner ensures that the accuracy and integrity of your client files across your sync hierarchy is maintained. And sync conflicts occur during normal SmartSync operations and are a different type of issue from the more serious corrupt sync events. There are two types of conflicts: duplication conflicts that the SmartSync engine can resolve automatically, and file change conflicts that require user resolution. Now, this provides users with the ability to resolve these conflicts in a way that makes sense in the client file that they occur. Now, duplication conflicts occur within a SmartSync log when multiple users create duplications, such as an adjusting journal entry number in their synchronized copy. This might also be an account number, a document number, anything to do with a numbering. When these conflicts occur, SmartSync automatically resolves the conflict, and a user can confirm that the proposed conflict resolution. Now, if the resolution is not appropriate, users must manually make changes to the client file afterwards. Although managed automatically by the software, these conflicts can be reduced if users are focused in their own area of the file when creating documents and new account numbers. Users can also add their initials as a prefix to journal entries, and that will eliminate the possibility of having duplicate journal entry numbers and creating a conflict that way. And having a robust grouping and mapping system will also reduce the need to add these items in individual client files and reduce the potential for creating numbering conflicts in your groupings and your mapping. Now, file change conflicts can occur with case view documents and external documents like Word, Excel, PDF, etc. because SmartSync synchronizes these documents as the entire document rather than just the incremental change. When these conflicts occur, SmartSync assigns the last modified copy of the document as the current version, and a user must confirm this or indicate which version of the document should be treated as the current version. These conflicts can also be reduced if users are again focused on their own area of the file when modifying case view and external documents. Case view also has a setting that prevents users from making changes to a case view document that someone else on the team is already in. And if a user opens a document to look at it and does not make any modifications, conflicts can be also reduced by exiting that document without saving. Of course, if you're making changes, you will want to make the save. However, we have been trained over the years that whenever we get out of a document and we see that save button come up, we tend to click it so that we don't lose anything. Keep in mind, if you don't make a change, the best practice there is to exit without saving to reduce the number of conflicts. When conflicts do occur, the conflict resolution dialog assists in determining which version to maintain on the document manager. So let's take a look at the software. And I'm going to open up CaseWare Working Papers. And earlier today, I created a situation that resulted in two conflicts. So on my document manager, I created two documents, document one by two different users. Gary Adams is in this file from another location, as you can see. And one of us created the chart of accounts, the other created the trial balance. We both numbered them document number one while Gary was offline. On top of that, we both went into the Excel document and made a change to this particular Excel document, and we can see a little warning sign here. As well, all users are notified of synchronization conflicts. So if we look at Gary's environment, and I've got him up on a remote desktop, he can also see the synchronization conflict. Now, coming back to my screen, I want to resolve these, and to do so I can click on the bubble, or I can use the menu to choose Show Conflicts. This shows me my synchronization conflict dialog, and it shows that automatic document number one, which was created by me, was changed to document number two. Now I'm okay with that, and if I wasn't, I would still confirm it. Then I'd go in and change the document numbers here according to what I wanted them to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and confirm the document number change. Now, if I'm not showing all conflicts, it will only show me conflicts that have yet to be resolved. My Excel document conflict is showing the changes to this document were overwritten by later changes. So changes by Todd were overwritten by Gary. Now right now, if I select that and confirm it, it will be Gary's copy that we see when I open the document. Or I can double click on my conflict resolution dialog and I can see that Gary's is the current version and mine is the conflicting version. And depending on what I want to do, I can view it or save it as another document on my document manager so I can compare the two side by side. I'm going to confirm Gary's first and close the dialog here. When I open it up, what we'll see is Gary's name is going to appear in the header where he put his name. Now, I realize that I confirmed the wrong one, so I exited that not saving it because I didn't make any changes, but I can still go back to my conflicts dialog, show all conflicts, and instead make my document the current document. So by changing that and confirming it, now when I open this Excel document, instead of having Gary's name up at the top, it has my content, which has my name up at the top. So that's how we manage conflicts when we're working in CaseWare working papers with SmartSync, regardless of your implementation. So I'm going to close this again. I'm not going to save it because I haven't made a change to that particular document, and get me back to the CaseWare working papers file. Now I also mentioned connecting. Right now both Gary and I are online with the parent file, and I can tell because it says online, it shows me a little globe. Now this globe is actually indicating that I'm syncing back to the cloud where the parent file resides. But there's another icon if I'm syncing just to my file server. If I wanted to connect to another user who's sitting across the table from me, what I would do is I would select Connect to SmartSync Copy, and using the network that we've created, I would locate the file that that individual has, and I would select the shared folder for that file and choose the Connect button to connect to it. That would put me in a peer-to-peer situation where my changes are syncing to a peer rather than directly to a parent file.